wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. Yo, don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Suck a Spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. Good morning, Virginia, Jay Bird, Denny Suits. Everybody's all here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, good to see you guys.
You too, old friend.
Hope you had a lovely weekend after seeing you guys on Saturday morning.
I saw a lot of you guys this weekend, and I loved it.
Okay. It's good times. Yeah, thanks. Everybody came out for our KVJ Volunteer Army event on Saturday with community greening. We're in Boynton Beach planting trees. It's a beautified park now.
And now we have the skill. I know how to plant a tree.
Yeah.
If I wanted to put one in my yard today, I could.
They did a really good job making it easy. You just came out there and we all looked like we were professionals, but Community Green did a good job. You just kind of dug a little hole, rolled a tree in it, and bam, you were done.
I had great fun doing it. Everyone was so nice. Everyone I talked to was really awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. So if you missed that, we'll have more projects coming up. If you'd like to give back and volunteer to make South Florida a better place, you can see our videos that we posted from over the weekend. Just go to the KVJ Show Facebook page, also on Instagram, or you can always find it at kvjshow.com.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Kim Kardashian has filed to become legally single one day after Kanye West was awkwardly on stage begging for her to run back to him. Did you hear any of that?
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. He was at this benefit Thursday night on stage at a concert in Los Angeles and awkwardly was like talking to the crowd at one point during the show, professing his love, begging her to run back to him. But she filed the paperwork on Friday afternoon, and if the judge signs off on it, that's it. It'll separate all the issues of custody from marital status, so she will be free to be Kim Kardashian again and drop the West in name and in person.
Look, you can't say he's not going for it, Kanye. You know, he's making an effort.
Yeah, but maybe it's too little too late, you know?
Yeah.
You should have worked on it when she was still there, begging you to get help.
Could have been.
In other news, Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, who I think are two of the cutest in Hollywood as far as couples go, took to social media to talk about a battle that he was having. Did you hear about this? Dax Shepard was hiccuping for 50 hours.
Oh, that's crazy.
He could not get rid of the hiccuping. It even escalated to the point where he was like starting to vomit from the hiccups.
Whoa.
Yeah, there was that one girl who had him, I think, for 6 years or something?
It's unbelievable.
That's a freaky thing when you get that, if you have hiccups longer for 30 minutes, because it always goes back to that one story. The girl that had it for 7 years.
I don't know if this is him joking or if he's serious, but he said, for anyone who gets permanent hiccups, God bless. I don't know if I could have gone a week without someone intervening. They did a cycle of cyanide.
Really?
Is that how you get rid of hiccups? You take cyanide?
Okay, well,
or is he kidding?
We got two options here. One, it could get rid of your hiccups. Two, it could just kill you. You ready?
The dead don't hiccup.
They say sometimes it can happen from alcoholism.
Oh.
I'm looking it up right now.
I wonder if he's back drinking again.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. It's the first thing I
It's
said.
fun to dabble in that rumor.
There's 9 other different things it can lead up to.
He makes a big deal about its sobriety.
And I only brought up alcohol because the other 8 words I couldn't pronounce.
And finally here, how cool would this be? So you're going through the fast food in South Carolina at the drive-thru, and you look up and you're like, is that Chevy Chase? Yeah, Chevy Chase was in town for a screening of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation they were doing for the public. And he stopped at a Cane's Chicken Finger restaurant and worked the drive-thru.
He worked the drive-thru.
He worked the
Did
drive-thru.
people know it was Chevy Chase?
Yeah. When they pulled up, they're like, hey, isn't that Chevy Chase?
This has to be some kind of corporate tie-in type thing where he got paid. Chevy Chase is not that nice.
No, he's not.
He's not the kind of guy to be like, you know, I love the people so much, I'm going to go out and serve them fast food.
There are so many mean stories about Chevy Chase.
Yeah, he's not a very nice guy. So there's something going on financially here.
Have you tried Cane's chicken? It started in Baton Rouge. It's from
haven't.
Louisiana.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's very popular in Central Ohio now.
It is
too.
good. You
Okay.
would love it. People swear by it. Even lifelong people that devoted themselves to Popeyes talk about how Cane's is amazing.
Are we talking this is old school from when you were a kid?
No, this is newer.
Oh.
Cane's is it developed after I left Louisiana.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't think they did anything good since you left.
I'm learning about chicken. I'm learning about hiccups. Well, this is dirt's informative.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your turn.
Oh, boy.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, Sweet Denny's was really selling this hard to me, and he was selling it so hard it got me jacked up to want to get involved and go see it. He was talking about that play, Wicked. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah, it's the story of it's like kind of like the Wizard of Oz, some of the characters from that.
The only theater I've ever gone to was when his wife did an elementary production of the Jungle Book.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, did not know I loved the theater, but really enjoyed it. But I've never been to a real play or musical, whatever the hell it's called, and I kind of want to go to one.
So we are media partners with the Kravis Center, and most of the big Broadway shows that do an off-Broadway, like they do like a touring company around the country, they come through the Kravis. So you get like I think this week it's Dear Evan Hansen, which is a major Tony Award-winning show on Broadway.
So
it's still on Broadway.
Do you think most people would like the theater if they just went and if they were forced to go and they would sat there for 2 hours? Would most enjoy it?
It depends. Some people are really into theater. Some people just aren't.
Would I like theater knowing me?
I think you would.
Okay.
I think if the show was fast-paced and musical, I think you could really get into it.
Hamilton's a good one that a lot of people seem to like. That it pulls in people that aren't necessarily theater people because it's just kind of cool. It's contemporary. It's fun.
Go with the big dogs, your Hamiltons,
Nutcracker.
your Wickeds. Nutcracker's a little different. So that is a ballet. And for me, it's a little slower.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's not a good
Yeah.
one. That's not a...
They rave about that Dear Evan Hansen.
What's
and
that about?
It's about kids and being popular and the whole struggle of youth and being accepted.
I'm
and
more of a Wicked guy. All right. Yeah, okay.
you can do them all.
Yeah.
The Kravis offers us tickets to all of them.
And do they do, I don't mean this in a mean way, but low budget, that type of theater here locally where you'll see a, okay.
You've got friends that do it.
Well, no, they do more of like improv stuff. I'm talking about where you've got, horns and, harps.
Community theater
Flying.
is a thing.
Yep.
Go to the Lake Worth Playhouse.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this thing. All right, I think I got bit by the theater bug because Denny's told me about it.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I just want to say, I was checking out the lights in the Heights. You know, that neighborhood in Jupiter that's right off the interstate at Donald Ross. It's called the Heights. And they are really tricking it out for Christmas with their lights this year. If anybody is looking for a fun night with the family, pile in the car and go drive through the Heights. Each street now has a different theme. So there's like one street that's all Christmas trees where they're just like lit up. There's one that has all these hoop-de-loops that go over the whole entire street all the way down.
Yeah.
There's one street that's all candy canes. Like the whole street gets on board with the theme. My girlfriend lives on Palm Tree Street where they have all these lit up palm trees.
That's the Heights you speak of?
The Heights. They're doing it right. I love that. A themed street is amazing.
I heard a rumor about the Heights. Maybe you can confirm or deny it. Do they get mad at other houses if they don't participate in decorations to the point where they drive by, sneering, giving looks? There's a tude. Have you heard that about the Heights?
I haven't, but I would think that's probably true because there's so many people in that neighborhood that are very participatory.
I've heard that when you move into that neighborhood, you get talking to about, hey, we do decorations here. You better get on board, bud.
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I've heard rumors, Kev.
It really is amazing. They go all out. There's one cat with like a Santa that flies above his house on this giant steel arm that goes in a big giant circle, and it looks like Santa and his reindeer all illuminated flying up in the air. It's so cool.
It kind of sounded like Decoration Mafia, sort of. You know, and look, we're not telling you to put these decorations up, but if you don't, you're going to have a hard time in this neighborhood.
I would imagine that to be true.
Okay. Well, I just confirmed it, Kev.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's the cool thing is no matter where you live in South Florida, there's a place probably really close to you where you can go and check out lights. There's a lot of great displays. I mean, I've seen anything. They're all over Broward, Palm Beach, Miami-Dade, wherever you might go. So they had a list in the Sun Sentinel to help you out of 10 places in South Florida you can go. A lot in Coral Springs. Pompano's got a lot of places. They seem to like to do the lights.
Are they naming neighborhoods as well?
Yeah, it's all about that. It's also some of the city displays, anything from the 100-foot Christmas tree in Delray to the Sandy tree that they got in West Palm Beach. That is one of the places that they've lit. Yeah, there's like a Robinson family in Coral Springs that they have a massive display.
Oh, they're known as the Robinson family. Everyone knows the Robinson family.
Yep.
Huh.
There's a family in Pompano Beach that does it like that.
Okay.
So, one in another in Coral Springs. So yeah, they're kind of all over the place.
Who is this Robinson family?
You know you're something, yeah. If you're a family and you're well known for your Christmas lights.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Does the Ralstons go out and do the old, hey, let's go look at the lights kind of thing?
No, we're having a down year this year. We had somebody do it before, and those lights have gotten all messed up, and so yesterday I was technically supposed to do it, and I was like, we just didn't get around to it.
You guys drive around and look at them?
No.
No, none of that?
No, we haven't. It's nice. I like, when you're driving around, but I don't necessarily drive out of my way. Be like, ooh, lights. Pretty, though. Let me see what I got on my mind here today. Big congratulations to Cardinal Gibbons. They won the State 4AA championship on Friday. So a big old win in high school football.
They beat
congratulations.
St. Thomas?
No, St. Thomas is going to be playing this coming weekend.
Different division?
Yeah, different division. So the bigger division. So yeah, they didn't play each other, fortunately. So they wound up picking up a win. Also got to say a shout out to two South Florida Pop Warner football teams who won national titles over the weekend. The 10 and under Palm Beach Gardens Gators.
Yeah.
They won their game 34-0, and then the 14 under Fort Pierce Firehawks won theirs 38-12.
Ooh, Firehawks.
Firehawks.
Look out.
Yeah, that's a very intimidating name.
That's
It
a
is.
great mascot.
Firehawk.
Don't mess with a Firehawk, man.
Dang.
They will mess you up. So congratulations to them. And I'm sure it doesn't surprise a lot of people with the NFL going on. The Dolphins had a bye over the weekend, but you still have plenty of other games. Congratulations, Virginia. I saw your Saints were doing pretty well yesterday.
The Saints actually won yesterday. Yeah. I didn't even watch the game because I was like, the Saints aren't going to win. They're banged up.
Okay.
The Saints did win, and the Bills lost.
Yeah, how'd your husband take that?
Not good.
Not good. That was a tough game, too. They were down, then they came back, got to overtime, and then just couldn't get it done, huh?
It's that magical Brady, I'm telling you.
He's good.
He farts glitter and rainbows.
He is. He is a unicorn.
He's a unicorn.
He farts differently.
He just gallops down the field. His hair's going in the wind.
He's glorious. He's glorious.
My panda was so mad, though, because for years, the Bills played the Patriots, and Tom Brady crushed his dreams and hopes. And now, Brady's on the new team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, crushing dreams and hopes.
So he sees Tom Brady in his nightmares like every night.
He does.
Okay. That's tough. And I saw this, too. I don't think it's any surprise that football is America's favorite sport. 71% of people lately polled have said that, yeah, that's my number one. Basketball is now the second favorite sport in America, with 61% of people saying that, yeah, I would put that as my favorite. Baseball is third, 57%, and soccer has now surpassed hockey as the fourth most popular sport in America.
Do they have the percentage on that?
They said that, 49% of sport fans in the U.S. claim to like watching soccer on TV ahead of ice hockey at 37%.
So it's nipping at baseball's heels right there.
Yeah, baseball's at 57, soccer now at 49. So baseball's slowly just kind of been sliding down. Baseball used to be number one.
I know, man.
Back in the day. It's called America's favorite pastime.
Back in the 60s, Virginia.
Yes. So it's down to third, and soccer's nipping at its heels. So you can tell with the country changing the way it is that that's one of the things that are changing along with it. Got a couple of random questions coming up here in just a second for you based on Christmas. Did get a little bit of feedback, though, when it came to the Christmas lights in different locations and neighborhoods. Somebody said, I live in the Heights, and I do not celebrate with lights. And they definitely shame you on the Facebook forum. Very passive-aggressive.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so you got to know that going into some neighborhoods in South Florida.
Well, what if you buy a house in there and nobody tells you, and then Christmas rolls around and you're like, I'm Jewish.
Yeah, you don't celebrate Christmas. What if Suits moved to the Heights? Does he have to?
Well, the only thing is, I would tell you, they may not even say it's a good excuse because my neighbors across the street are Jewish, and they have little lit-up dreidels that kind of go. Yeah, so there's,
They'll say, light the menorah, get the dreidel out. They'll say,
Yeah,
get involved.
there might be somebody Jewish on the block. You'd be like going, look, man, that's not even an excuse anymore. This is the holidays, y'all. Yeah.
I've always heard that.
The Heights don't play.
Get out them blue lights, whatever you got to do. Dreidel.
Well, the people that don't decorate are definitely in the minority. When you drive down, especially some of these streets that have the theme, and you'll notice which ones have the theme. The ones with the lit up arches, the ones with all the Christmas trees, the one with the palm trees. Like, if you don't do it, you're in the minority.
Well, those are the people I want to hear from. I want to hear from the people who get bullied from the other adults about not putting up lights. That's what I want to hear.
Got a couple other random questions here for you, including what is the worst Christmas song of all time?
Until Suit started singing it, it was Christmas Shoes.
Okay. You love it now?
Well, because he sings it so beautifully. Yeah, Christmas Shoes is one of my favorite. But if you put that just aside without Suits, that's the worst Christmas song.
It's tough.
I don't know. Grandma got run over by a reindeer sucks too.
That's at least goofy and trying to be fun and wow, hee-haw. I mean, Christmas Shoes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd say one of my least favorites is the Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
I love that song. God.
Yeah, just the way it starts. I don't know what it is. It makes my tummy feel weird.
It gives you vertigo.
Ding, 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 ding. You're like, oh, what's going on here, man? I feel
Very
like I'm
acid trippy.
Yeah, I think I'm in a weird trip. Suzanne from Boynton Beach, she said, Santa Baby is the worst Christmas song. Listen to the lyrics and the vocals. It's creepy. And then another text said, the worst Christmas song, anything British. Do they know it's Christmas and wonderful Christmas time? Yuck.
Do they know it's Christmas? Is a jam. Get out of here with that.
That's a great song.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that either. All right, we got a couple other questions. What was the best Christmas present you got as a kid?
Oh, easy. 1985, I got the Cobra Terror Dome from G.I. Joe line. It was a legit big-ass toy. I could not believe I got it. On the top of it, you could this button where it opened on the top and a plane came out of it.
Oh, that's
it
pretty
came
cool.
with a figure.
Oh, yeah.
And now I look at it online to go buy it in perfect condition. People are selling it for $2,500.
What?
$2,500.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
best Christmas present ever.
If you would have known, if only a young Jaybird could have kept that thing in pristine condition.
All of those toys. Well, all my figures would die in battle, and then I would bury them in the backyard. Oh.
Yeah. Just all that money buried.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
What about you, Virginia? Best Christmas present?
I loved that sit and spin. It was a red plastic little round toy, and you sat on it.
Oh, yeah.
And you moved your hands around the disc in the middle.
Yeah.
And I would ride that thing till I thought I was going to vomit.
Yeah.
I loved my sit and spin.
Yeah. I hated the sit and spin.
You don't spin well.
I was a fat kid. I got on it, and I got on my friends, and I went to spin, and I snapped the wheel off. And he's like, you're too fat. And I'm like,
If
gosh.
someone tells me in Logan, Ohio, they bullied a little bit different. A
Everybody
little bit harder.
looked and pointed. Look, the fat kid broke the sit and spin.
A
Damn.
little bit meaner in Logan.
Yeah, it just wasn't built to my weight specifications.
Those things were pretty durable, though.
Oh, I know. That's how fat I was.
Your fatness denied logic.
Oh, they did.
Damn, that's supposed to hold up to any kid.
Yeah, no, not me. Not Fat Kevin. Fat Kevin snapped that thing. Let me see. Best present I got as a kid, it was a Pittsburgh Steelers football helmet. I remember getting that. Oh,
yes.
how awesome that was. And now I love it. My youngest son, Cannon, loves the helmet. So that's pretty much what he gets one of those pretty much for all birthdays and Christmas.
Nice.
Do you remember how old you were when you got that?
Probably around 8 years old.
When to me, that's the apex of magic for a kid for Christmas time.
Yeah. Settle that in. That was great. Okay, what was your worst Christmas present? And what was the reason why it was so bad? Mine was the year that Grandma Beulah gave me all of my dead grandfather's stuff. She gave me a used bottle of his mouthwash that was so old it still had the crust around the top part.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
And then she gave me a box of his old used razors. And first of all, I was too young to shave. And second of all, it still had his whiskers in them. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? Oh, I was like, I'll go throw them away for you.
Whiskers.
It is pretty gnarly. Yeah. So I guess it's all the thought. But yeah, those are probably mine. Virginia?
There was a year where I thought I might be getting a car. And I guess I forgot we were poor. And instead, I got a dolphin figurine.
Yeah, it's rough.
Goes on a shelf.
So it was
My mom,
yeah.
I told my mom one time that I liked dolphin stuff, and then for 10 years I got everything dolphin.
Yeah.
Still to this day, if she buys me something, she went to Hawaii a few years ago and she bought me all this dolphin crap.
Yeah, thinks you just love them. Well, she's probably heard your dolphin impression, so.
It is pretty strong.
Yeah, I think you're part dolphin. What about you, Bird?
There was one year, everyone kind of forgot about getting me stuff for Christmas, and you could tell they forgot. I was a little bit older. I was probably 18.
Okay.
And
So you've aged out of
yeah,
Santa.
There was younger people in the family to worry about, but I could tell they completely forgot, and I could see it on my mom and Aunt Anne's face, and my dad. I could see it because they realized it in real time, going, I don't think we got Jay-Bird a lot of stuff, and they tried to oversell this low budget toothbrush that was it wasn't a Star Wars character. It was a knockoff Star Wars character. Hey, look, it's a Star Wars character. It's a toothbrush. I'm like, no, it's great, guys. I love it. And it was so low budget, and they clearly forgot about Chris.
Oh, that's rough. That's just a rough year. Okay. What is your favorite Christmas movie, TV show, or special?
Emmett Otter Jugman Christmas.
Amen. It's so good. When we go up to New York, I'm going to go see it. They're doing a musical of it off Broadway or on Broadway. It's right in that area.
The Rudolph I used to really love, but now I'll pause it and then I'll explain to people why everyone's so mean to Rudolph. And I try to make everyone see how mean.
You can't even stop yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. You're trying to ruin it for people as they're watching it.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say mine growing up was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Still love it, but I think I've gotten a little bit more into Elf.
We showed Rocco Elf last night because he hadn't seen it before, and he's so excited. He's wearing a shirt today to school, and it's got Elf on it.
Might be my favorite now, yeah. I think I'm going with Elf. Okay, if you could either hang out with Clark Griswold or Buddy the Elf, who would you choose?
Clark Griswold. Yeah,
Clark.
Really?
Buddy's a little extra.
It's too much.
He's a lot.
There's going to be times when I'm going to want to get deep a little bit. I just don't think Buddy and I can get deep.
I think Buddy'd be a lot more fun. Just going through and having the kind of day where it's full of excitement and you're kind of seeing the city through a child's eyes and be like, okay, this guy's got some enthusiasm. I'm not sure if Clark is that enthused. And plus, you're going to wind up in some kind of misadventure. I'm going to go with Buddy the Elf.
No, you have good points. I don't know if I want to hang out with either one of them.
Okay, Ann, would you rather get a free year of cheese logs or a free year of variety popcorn as a Christmas present?
Ooh.
That's tough.
I think the cheese logs eventually might get to you. It might be a little much.
We like to snack, and popcorn's always awesome.
Month 3 of the cheese log. Am I going? I don't know, man. It's log.
Well,
I'm constipated.
Yeah, and it's for the most part in kind of like one. There's not a lot of varieties in the cheese logs. A lot of them are kind of the same. And so, yeah, I think I would go with the popcorn.
Yeah, me too.
Popcorn.
I like that gourmet popcorn where they have all
amazing.
the different flavors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's amazing. And what is the most overrated Christmas movie of all time? What would you say?
So is Home Alone considered a Christmas movie?
I guess you could.
It
yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah, now it is.
Going Home Alone.
Really?
I love Home Alone.
I like
Yeah.
it. I think it's. People act like it's the best ever.
Okay.
There's my answer.
I'm going with Christmas Story. Has to be. They think it's so good that you need to run it on repeat for 48 hours or something like that. They do. And people are always just telling me this is such a great movie. I'm like, why is it? What part's great about it?
I
Like,
love that movie.
Where's the part that's just awesome with it? And I never really got it.
Coming of age tale. The characters in it.
Yeah, again, set in the 50s. I hate the 50s.
You hate the 50s.
It just looks so dreary and drab and Well, if you ever got forgotten for Christmas and you realize that your family did by looking at the toothbrush that they got for you, don't feel bad because it's happened to a lot of people. We're asking people, what is the worst Christmas present you ever got? Somebody said when I was 8, I got a dish towel. That would probably not be the most awesome gift for an 8-year-old.
8? A dish towel?
I got a dish towel, yeah.
That's terrible.
Was there at least like a cartoon on it or something?
I don't know if there was. It just sounds like, here you go, kid. Enjoy your new dish towel.
Dang.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Can you get a Winnie the Pooh or something on at least on there?
Doesn't sound like it. Gee, that's terrible. Somebody else said my first boyfriend got me 2 CDs with the cellophane off. They were actually CDs he wanted, and he already burnt them to his iTunes.
Dang.
So low budget.
That's terrible.
He couldn't even wait.
He couldn't wait. He took them, burned them, and then gave her CDs. He's like, thanks, I don't even like these bands. When I was 10 years old, my grandparents gave me an unwrapped suitcase for Christmas. In the interest of convenience, they used that suitcase for the wrap presents for my sisters. So they thought, oh, this is perfect. We'll get a suitcase. We can carry all the other kids' gifts in it, and then we'll give the suitcase to this one kid we don't like as much.
Damn.
So he saw the gifts walk in, and they gave, that's awful too.
They pulled out great gifts to the other siblings, and hey, here you go. Here's your gift. It's a suitcase. What?
And we didn't wrap it.
Yeah. Oh, that's not fun. Somebody else said the year I gave my ex-husband a, how do you say, is it Tag Heuer? How do you say that watch?
Oh, Tag Heuer.
Tag Heuer. Okay, it's so fancy, I don't know how to say it. It's a Tag Heuer watch that he gave me a, oh, okay, so she gave him a Tag Heuer watch and he gave me a $20 Walmart blender.
Oh, damn.
And we already had 3 blenders.
What?
Okay.
Oh, that was some. Oh, I forgot to get a gift. Let me go to Walmart and buy. Oh, we'll get a blender.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I
have
would
3.
I would chuck that blender at its head.
Yeah.
If you already have 3 blenders, what the hell is he thinking?
Yeah, it's
Terrible.
It's terrible.
And this one, the worst Christmas present you ever received. They said, my husband's stepmother gave me a kid's backpack when I was 36.
Was it cute?
So adorable, Virginia. And this I get. They say that right now, the stretch between Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is about a month long, seems to grind on people. Do you ever notice about a certain time you just kind of burn out? Even when something's great, it's kind of like when you're eating that delicious peanut butter chocolate pie. It's so good, but it's just so sweet. You're like, oh, after a while, it's too much goodness. I got to tap out.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
So people do this during Christmas, and it varies from state to state depending upon where you are. But they say on average, most people tap out of Christmas at around December 15th, which would be this Wednesday.
it's
We're
just too
done.
much. They're over it.
And considering we started Christmas right at about Halloween this year, I'm sure there's people that be like, I'm just so over it. I got some other really bad Christmas gifts. People are still texting in. Someone got a Def Leppard Pour Some Sugar on Me single that was used.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I tell. Just kind of seems to go with just this whole level of trashy, doesn't it?
A single?
Yeah. Def Leppard Pour Some Sugar on Me single that was used.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody else said I got roller skates, but both were for the left foot. So that day, all the kids are rolling around, playing with their new toys. I just sat there and cried. Oh,
You got 2 left feet.
that's tough.
It's cold.
Did you ever spend a day crying after Christmas? Did you ever, anybody ever have tears on Christmas Day because of something that you got or just something went wrong?
No.
Because it's a tough time to be crying, isn't it?
It is.
You're just sitting around with the family and some kids just bawling their eyes out.
I think I cried privately. I didn't do it in front of the family.
Yeah, my mom, everyone would have probably got on you if you would have been crying too much, going, oh, this is not good enough for you, huh?
This isn't you.
Oh, the Italian guilt would have been strong during the holidays. Yes.
Okay, well, if you want to jump into the conversation, it's easy to do. Just go to the KVJ Show Facebook page, also on our Instagram. Go there and make sure you follow while you're there. All right, let me see. Got some other birthdays here. Taylor Swift is 32 years old today. Tom DeLonge, former singer and guitarist of Blink-182, hitting 46 today. Jamie Foxx turns 54, and Dick Van Dyke, remember from Mary Poppins, Virginia?
I love Dick Van Dyke.
He's 96 years old today.
It's a jolly holiday with Mary.
Uh-huh. There you go.
So the Muppets? Who is that?
That is Mary Poppins.
Oh, okay. It's like you're doing a Muppet impersonation.
Show some respect.
Also, happy 30th birthday shout out to Nicole from Nicole.
Oh, give yourself a happy birthday, Nicole. You deserve it.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe she has a friend named Nicole. I had a good friend named Jason. It can happen.
No, I think it's a shout out to herself. That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. Also, happy birthday, Jordan. That is from Katie Paisley and Emma. 20th birthday shout out goes to Nicholas Allen from Mom, Dad, Afton, Jameson, Courtney, Ryle, Bubba, Rorick, Brooke, and her family. Katie Scott and Kennedy Gray sent that in. Also, happy 12th birthday to Mache Bug. You're an amazing young man. Proud of you. Love you very much from Mommy, Kylo, Jaxie, and Fiona. Mom, she's 42, still looking good as gold. Very proud of you from Dad, Dylan, Avery, Ryder, Milo, and Brady. Also, Jarrett Lovelock from Mimi, Mom, Adam, and the whole family. Got a photo of them on there on KVJ TV.
It sounds like a famous name.
Lovelock.
Lovelock?
Yes, Lovelock.
Also, a birthday shout out to our beautiful daughter Azalea, turning 8 years old. She lights up our hearts every day. And that's from Mommy, Daddy, and Captain Marbles. And then we got a happy birthday to my wonderful husband, Alex. Love you, Amber, Chase, and Lucas. That was our last family right there. And then here is Alex, Amber, Chase, and Lucas. Another great,
What a great
looking
family
huh?
picture. Yeah.
Thanks for sending those in to the KVJ Show. Got a birthday you want to get on, mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. All right, happy Monday here on the KVJ Show. Hopefully you're all awake, fired up, got all your rest in this weekend.
No.
Okay.
No.
No,
Not at all.
definitely
Me and
not.
Sweet Denny's we were at the German club doing that Krampus event. By the way, we had such a fun time there.
Yeah.
So many KVJ Nationers were out there. So much fun. We drank a lot. We celebrated.
When
did,
you go
okay.
to the American German Club, you best prepare yourself because there's going to be beer, there's going to be shots, and you might lose your pants or your sanity.
We were on stage live for 15 minutes with a hot microphone.
Okay.
Doing
How'd that
what?
We
What are you doing, stand-up now?
We don't know. We were just kind of, hey, all right, doing a contest.
Hey,
Freeform?
Well, I was drinking. There was a contest. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a lot of fun.
What kind of contest was it?
Denny's, why don't you take the mic?
So you know the popular contest they do where you have to hold the beer stein in front of you. Whoever is last holding it wins. So they switched it out for Krampus Coals. Same
Oh,
concept.
so it's like hot potato.
Yeah, and you can't drop the bag. If you drop
You
the
got to
bag,
hold
you were
the
out.
bag in front of you as long as possible.
It was a game of strength
Okay,
and will.
endurance.
Endurance,
Yeah.
and I got really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
No, I was hosting it.
With
Yeah.
them bitch-ass hands, there's no way he could
Yeah.
do it.
I got them the Jurassic hands. These are old, man. I can't do it.
He got T-Rex with arthritis
I
hands.
do.
Yeah.
I do have T-Rex arms.
Okay.
It was fun though.
Okay.
I mean, we did drink a lot.
Such a good
Okay.
time. So
Had a
much
good
fun.
time on
Yes,
Friday?
a lot
Okay.
of fun. Then we had to wake up real early for the tree
the
planting.
plant.
Yeah,
yeah.
that wasn't planned out well.
So to answer your question, no, we're not ready to think fast.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see how well you do. We got Virginia. We got Jaber. We got Denny's coming out of here. All right. What do you think? First person through with a sensible answer for this topic. It's something you don't want to get for Christmas that starts with the letter C.
Calendar.
Virginia, did she start her answer off first, you think, Suits? Okay.
You say cold?
Coal or calendar, either one could work. But I think Virginia just on time. Was just a bit fast.
She hit the witch. Woo.
Take it, bird.
Yeah, she's here to play. All right, next up here. It's Christmas, it's hung, and it starts with the letter S.
Santa?
The nativity scene. It's a very well-hung sheep.
I don't know for certain, but I guess I could go with Santa.
Yeah, Santa.
Yeah,
I thought we were
Santa?
going to take sheep.
I was
for a
looking
second.
for stockings.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if I like talking about hanging Santa.
Well, no, I think
Hung.
Yeah,
he's already hung.
yeah.
Well, I'm still drunk.
Okay, I guess I never thought about that, but I guess we could apply that. We don't know for certain. We can assume.
No, that's not what I meant. No. Never mind.
Okay. All right, next up. Think fast. It's something most people hate about Christmas that starts with the letter F.
Farts.
Okay.
Family.
All right. Family. All right.
What would you hate more, though? Christmas farts?
I mean, there's eggnog involved.
Yeah, I could go
Fruitcake.
Fruitcake's probably the best answer, but
It took
I
me
guess
10 minutes.
I can't deny farts, I guess.
All I can think about was farts
And
after
family.
that.
11 minutes later.
The mall Santa probably hates Christmas farts.
Yeah, of course.
Kids sit on his
Yeah.
lap and fart on him.
Yeah, Mall Santa would probably say, yeah, worst part about Christmas is farts.
He should get a fart filter for his thigh.
All right. Won't deny you that. Okay, everybody's got a point so far and think fast. Next up, something you would find in the North Pole that begins with the letter E.
Elf.
Oh.
Very nice, bird.
Witch.
Take that one.
Take it.
Bird in the lead. All right, get ready. Think fast again. It's a name that works for strippers and reindeer that starts with the letter V.
Vixen.
Okay, bird in first.
Damn it.
You know, strippers and Christmas.
Bird's coming alive.
Oh, yeah.
He's up 3-1.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Could he slam the door here?
This never happens.
All right, next up, think fast. It's something South Floridians enjoy while sitting by their Christmas trees that starts with the letter C.
Cocoa.
Colada.
What did you say, Virginia?
Cocoa.
Okay, we'll go cocoa. We'd also accept cocaine.
Hey, it's a white Christmas.
That's right. Okay, Jaybird has got 3, Virginia with 2.
You dare lose this bird.
Okay, next up. It's something you might put on a Christmas tree that starts with the letter T.
Tinsel.
What do you think, Suits? That was a virtual tie. Tell you what, we're going to say Virginia got that. It's tied, and this one is for the win. Denny's is eliminated.
Google and Gary on the take.
Okay.
Whatever. My tinsel was just quicker. You can't handle it.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, here we go. This is for the win and think fast between Virginia and Jaybird. Okay. It's a way to describe many dads on Christmas Eve, and it starts with the letter D.
Drunk.
No.
Virginia!
How does the witch do it?
I beat you at your game.
Right
Drunk.
in her wheelhouse. Oh,
She
man.
from behind she got
Oh,
me.
she did.
From behind you got
Yeah. Jaybird had the confidence he was going to pull in a win. And look out.
Not this year.
Virginia
Sorry.
woke up.
Maybe next year.
Damn, it's a big one. Damn, it's a big one.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Last one, Bird. It's going to be a while. Got a bunch of call 'em outs here today, including one coming from Stephanie. She said, I want to call out Silver Lakes and the Pest Wildlife Pro for killing multiple geese in the community. Charges should be raining down against both parties. And I see that a lot of people were very upset with the Silver Lakes community in Miramar, who sedated a gaggle of geese who then ended up dying in their lake.
Damn, geese
Yeah.
murder?
They were just trying to knock them out for a little while, sedate them, or they were looking to murder them?
They were looking for murder, but there is a community ordinance that you cannot kill the birds inside of the city limits, so you've got to sedate them and then take them out of the city limits and whack them elsewhere.
You got to kill them out west.
Damn. So this is almost like the equivalent of the barnacle-nosed duck, the geese.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, I guess they create noise, they create mess. They were saying that some of them were becoming aggressive. So that's why they had stepped in, decided to do this. And Pest Wildlife Pro, they had been hired. They're an animal control service based in Miami Lakes. And so he said, look, I'm just getting caught up in the battle here. You need to either talk about the community, and there are people that are there that didn't want the geese to be gone.
Right. He's just doing his gig. If they hired him and they broke the community bylaws, that's on them.
Yeah. Well, I guess what had happened was they gave the geese a sedative hidden in some bread, and then, and they took a nap, and they take care of them somewhere else.
Bread.
But
See, they would get Jaybird like that.
apparently things didn't go according to plan. There was a loud car that went by that spooked the sedated birds, which made them fly off, and many of them just kind of fell down in the lake, and it was just not good. And then the residents started realizing what was going on, and they started coming out and yelling at people.
I think all the residents are saying is just give geese a chance.
Give geese a chance,
Well,
yes.
why can't they relocate them? Like, just take them out for a drive to a new lake out west instead of take them out for their Green Mile out west.
Yeah, why do they have the mafia
Yeah.
style drive them out and whack them?
Yeah.
Can't you just find a new lake for them outside of city limits?
Can't we take them to Geese Island?
First guess is they might come right back. I don't know. So,
Oh, that's right. They can fly.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
yeah, I don't know. So that's kind of what it was. And then the guy who is from the Pest Wildlife Pro, he's just saying, look, I was just chilling out there, and then all of a sudden people just started coming out of their residences, and they were cursing, crying, screaming.
Goose murderer!
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I bet. No, I bet it was very intense out there.
Yeah, I heard it got really vocal.
Well, no one wants to see that either. No one wants to witness
No.
a goose killing publicly.
It was definitely botched, and now Silver Lakes and Miramar, they've been given a written violation for violating a code saying it's illegal to euthanize birds within the city limits. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, we were getting the emails in. Other people who were there are very upset, so they wanted to make sure that they were called out.
But then also, if you lived there and your kid got attacked by a goose,
Oh, you know that there's fighting on both sides of this.
there had to be something to set off the anti-goosers.
They said the geese population was getting out of control, and they're becoming more aggressive, and is becoming an issue. So they're standing by why they needed something to be done. Apparently, it's a sensitive thing to have done, and it just got botched.
There was a few goose muggings in the complex, and
Geese hump a lot. I mean, they get
they do.
down.
if they're
Yeah,
anything
they
like
do.
ducks, man, me and Denny's have seen a few duck moments together, intimate. It's very violent, very horrific.
You can't look away.
You really can't, because you just can't.
Nature's not always just warm and fuzzy.
No, it is not.
A bunch of other call outs. Some of these coming in via text. Somebody said, I'm calling out the very mean woman who called me a bleeping idiot for not speaking Spanish because she said my name is Spanish. Even better, she was completely capable of speaking English, which she did to my manager to tell on me. So
What?
Wait, so she yelled at you for not speaking Spanish?
Yeah, I've talked a little bit about this before, and people have kind of gotten in on that, especially if you look like you're Spanish. My wife is 50% Mexican, doesn't really speak it. She can understand Spanish a little bit, but she's dealt with that a couple times where people become frustrated because they look at you and they assume that you're Spanish, and then especially if you would have a Spanish-sounding name, they want to have the ease and comfort to be able to speak to you in Spanish, and then some people just don't handle it the right way, and they get frustrated when you don't speak Spanish.
The older generation of Hispanic people believe that the younger generation should know how to speak Spanish. It's a cultural thing, and they're pissed because they believe that maybe the language will die off if the young people don't continue to speak
But you also
it.
got to be careful when you assume somebody is Spanish or speaks. Like when I was a kid, people used to assume I spoke Spanish. They would come up to me and speak it, and I'd go, I can really speak English. I don't know what you're talking about. But you can't assume everyone's going to know that or even be part of that culture.
Right. They are Hispanic. They speak Spanish, but they aren't Spanish. That's not all encompassing.
Oh, did I say something wrong?
No, but I know you're going to get messages about it, so I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Hispanic,
So
not Spanish.
Can you just how many languages am I going to hit emails on?
Just 2.
Okay, all right. Okay. Kevin,
English and Spanish.
So read those at the After the Show podcast. I get it. I'm dumb and stupid and ignorant and cancel me.
No.
Here's a call them out from the 305. Said, I want to call out my bitch boss for making me cry on Friday. True leaders raise their employees up.
Wow.
Okay. Let me see. Somebody else said, I love teachers, but I like to call out the teachers who give Ugly Sweater Day as a Christmas celebration act. Seriously, it's 87 degrees out there, and our kids are going to spontaneously combust.
I did see that at the end of this week, Rocco's got Ugly Sweater Day, and I was like, I don't know if that's going to work.
I think the kids like it. It's fun.
It's a high of 82.
I would have liked it as a kid. Even if it was hot out, I would have enjoyed it.
These kids are going to drop.
Yeah. Somebody else said, I want to call out my wife. Every time she takes my car, she switches my speedometer to kilometers, and it always freaks me out when I look and I think for a split second I'm doing 100 miles an hour. Okay. Somebody else would like to call out Florida drivers who can't drive in the rain. I swear if there was snow here, it would be a mass casualty event. I think that was from last week when it was raining. Thankfully, this week it's nice and sunny. Somebody else said, I'd like to call out the old hag who took my parking spot at Trader Joe's, and then when I said something to her, she acted as if she has no idea what I was talking about. Not cool, lady. Learn what a turn signal signifies in a parking lot, and don't take people's spots. That was very rude.
I'm not going to lie, y'all. Every time I've gone to Trader Joe's, it is a battlefield in the parking lot. It is intense. And then you get inside, too. It's equally as intense.
You're talking about the one on PGA?
I've been to 2, and every time I've gone, I need to wear battle gear.
That parking lot is not laid out right. It's
Really?
hard. It's really tricky.
Well, because they've got 9,000 other stores. There's an Orange Theory in there. People are trying to work out and eat healthy at the same time. It's very busy.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a problem there in Trader Joe's. Somebody else wants to call out the traffic heading I-95 north from Stewart to Sebastian. Apparently, it's an issue there. And it said, when it's a bust, it says, I can hear the KVJ show until I reach Sebastian. Okay, that's good. So,
We'll switch to the app.
yeah.
If you lose our signal, you can always catch the app, and it's no static, and it's awesome, just like you.
You don't plug the app as good as Kevin.
I couldn't think of how to wrap it up.
He did not. That was not a great plug for the app. Nobody downloaded the app after that.
I tried.
This call out says, I need to call out my brother Chuck. He didn't go to my wedding because he wanted to get high instead. Chuck, I want you to know that you're officially dead to me. Enjoy your weed.
Damn.
He didn't go to the wedding because he was getting high on weed?
You can still get high at a wedding.
Yeah,
Chuck.
that's Denny's.
I'm with your brother, man. Chuck, you did it all wrong.
Yeah.
That's the only way we're ever going to get Jaybird married.
What, you have to drug me?
Oh, he'd be so drugged.
Somebody else said, I'm calling out my neighbor. He keeps feeding all the ducks in our neighborhood. Oh, another issue. There's duck crap everywhere all the time. He also feeds them bread, which I'm pretty sure is terrible for ducks. His name is Russell, and he is really annoying. Boy, see how many problems the birds are causing.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever met a cool Russell. I've known 3 of them, and they have all been douches.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I know.
Russell Stovers, the candy?
Oh, you do like the chocolate
I don't
one.
know that Russell. I don't know him.
Okay.
I know his candy, but personally, Russell's, I've known 3, and they've all been douches.
All were,
Hopefully they're listening.
Yeah.
Look, hopefully they are.
Get it together, Russell.
Yes.
Somebody was calling out their brother. He got drunk and they wouldn't stop defending Kevin Spacey and Bill Cosby at a party.
Oh, what a bad look.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's embarrassing. My boss was there too. When my boss left, I said, wow, your brother really loves defending scumbags. It was mortifying.
Oh.
Okay.
Dang.
That's rough.
Fascinating
You're on
stuff.
the wrong side of history, bruh.
Okay, another quick round of call them outs here. Somebody said, yeah, I want to call out that douche complaining about the parking spot at Trader Joe's. Your turn signal doesn't give you the right of way. Plus, people put those on and forget that they're even on. She probably put it on and just sat there too long. So it was a person who put on their turn signal apparently to claim a spot.
That's absolutely how you claim a spot that you're
It
turning
is.
into, I think.
Does everybody agree on that?
Well, you should. If somebody gets there before you and they see that somebody's backing out and they put their turn signal on, just because you have the right of way doesn't give you the right to the spot when you come upon it after.
Okay. So you're saying necessarily, okay, so you turn it on.
Good luck with this fight.
Okay.
People are always going to fight about parking spots.
Yeah.
Just look, don't let yourself fall into the trap of fighting over parking spots this holiday. I was at Target yesterday, that one on Palm Beach Lakes that is like a crazy madhouse with the parking garage.
Yeah.
People were fighting over parking spots, and you can lose yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You can lose the holiday spirit. You can maybe lose a fight if someone decides to punch you in the neck.
I'm noticing me and you are shopping in a lot of the same stores and areas these days.
I'm not usually over there, but I had to pick up some stuff for Little Smiles, and I like that Target.
Okay.
It's a good Target.
I like that Rocco loves how they have that escalator for your shopping cart. You put your cart in it, and it goes down by itself.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, the kid loves mechanical stuff.
Okay, who doesn't? This one says, I want to call out HBO Max for the awful reboot of Sex in the City.
I saw the first episode.
There was so much forcing of the woke culture, and they killed off one of the most important characters. I cried way more than I should have this weekend.
Wow.
Did you cry because it got you, or did you cry because it was so bad and you're disappointed?
It sounds from the tone they were crying because they're so disappointed. There's so much hype, and they thought it was going to be just like the old show. I guess it's not.
It is weird, too, how they changed the name of it. I thought that was odd.
What do you think? Because you used to watch Sex in the
did.
City a lot.
Yeah, I did.
You love the characters. You love the story.
I watch it, though, because I like cringy things, and it makes me cringe. There was a lot of cringe in the first one. I saw
Really?
the first,
Okay.
yes. They're introducing a lot of the woke stuff. Carrie does a podcast with a lot of woke people, and there's parts of the podcast where they hit a button that goes, woke moment. So there's that. Then Miranda.
They actually hit a button that says woke moment.
In the podcast.
That seems pretty annoying.
Oh, that's so cheesy.
The host starts to go, she does his textbook definition of what she wants to talk about gender and how men, blah, 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 blah. But she says, well, we can talk about sex instead. And then you hit the woke moment as her hurt. Yeah, it's very woke. There's some woke stuff in there.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like everything I could stand to miss.
They have woke storylines.
But it was cheesy, not good.
I don't know, Virginia. I'm not sure I'm the demo.
Are you aging out of life again?
This call out said, I'd like to call out the old bee down my street who accused my husband of abusing our dog. Mind your business. My dog is healthy and not abused. F off. Neighbors, man.
Dang.
Somebody else wants to call out their ex-husband who calls me boss when I'm just trying to communicate with him and he doesn't like it. Okay, boss.
Oh, if you notice that he calls you that, he's annoyed.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
She said, way to co-parent, DB. Okay. And somebody else would like to call out their daughter's school at St. Lucie West, K-8, who makes kids pay to participate in Spirit Week. They don't like that. Okay. And they're calling it out and letting their voice be heard. That's what this is all about. You can do the same thing, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Yeah, a lot of people talking about the Sex in the City. Kind of struck a chord with that. Somebody said, speaking of the Sex and the City reboot, call out TMZ and the other news outlets that had the character name and death right in the headline.
Everybody ran with it immediately. So if you're trying to stay away from the spoilers, you really can't look at any story about the Sex and the City reboot.
It's on.
It's
you.
everywhere.
At this point, if you're on the internet, just know you're going to run into it.
You're going to find out, so you can't read anything.
Okay.
I did that one time for a movie. I was off everything. It was for when they brought the Star Wars movies back, and I knew a big character died, but I didn't know who. And I remember I did an event that night, and an 8-year-old goes, "Hey, Jaybird, blah 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 died," and ruined the whole thing for me.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
A snotty 8-year-old?
snotty, and he laughed at it. He could see the pain in my face. The mom did too, and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Jaybird," because she knew I couldn't even hide my anger.
Kid's a Sith in training.
I couldn't even hide my anger towards the kid. I was disgusted.
The weekend box office not really that impressive. West Side Story, the Steven Spielberg version, it won, but it only made $10.5 million.
Sounds like it's 1972.
Yeah, it's not a good box office tally. Maybe it's just the quality of movie, not necessarily a statement on where people feel about going back to theaters.
I can't imagine Steven Spielberg putting out a turd.
Well, maybe just nobody really has any interest in seeing West Side Story, a story they know very well.
That might be it.
Being brought back to the theater.
It's a musical. It's a theater thing. It's a production that some people don't like that.
Well, Spielberg, why don't you maybe work on a little E.T. 2 or something? Something we can sink our teeth in. Something new.
Yeah. Well,
E.T. 2 wouldn't be new.
E.T. Part 2?
It'd be a remake.
It wouldn't. Not if you tell that story again. Maybe E.T.'s turned evil. He's ashamed of what humans have become. He comes back down now to destroy us.
E.T.'s woke.
I think
woke moment.
You just killed E.T.
E.T.'s
E.T.'s woke?
You have to get a woke moment for your button bar, Kev. Anytime there's a woke moment on the show, Kevin hits it. Woke moment.
Yeah.
And every time you hit it, we all have to punch ourselves in the face.
Could be great. Yeah.
Really hard.
I could see that working. Yeah, this weekend you got the new Spider-Man movie's going to be coming out. So I kind of watched the last two. That Tom Holland's a pretty good little Spider-Man.
Is that going to be available online as well, or do you have to go in the theater?
I think it's only in the theater that I know of.
That's going to be the test.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about taking my son Cannon. We'll have a little bit of time. So maybe the box office will pick up here in the next weekend with better movies coming out. Coming up here, yes, a good reason why you should tip. I thought this was great, especially this time of year. Here's a nice story. There was a customer's social media post that led to a waitress in Georgia receiving more than $10,000 in tips from strangers. The woman said in her Facebook post that she was dining out at the IHOP with her mom when she was impressed by her server, and she wrote it was a crazy crowd in there, and our waitress was stretched so thin, but she remained professional, so kind, patient, and overall poised. It was amazing customer service. She then asked for the waitress's Cash App information and sent her $500 later that day.
Wow.
And then she posted the Cash App info online. Within a week, people gave the waitress over $10,000 in tips.
Holy moly.
Right?
Merry Christmas.
That's right. So tipping is not only good for them, but it can be good for you. Somebody sent in this text. They said, yeah, I had received a nice Christmas bonus last week from my boss at work. So when I ordered some Chinese food the other night to my apartment, I tipped the driver $50 on a $38 bill. And since that night, the driver has knocked on the door every evening with free food. I have more than made up for the generous tip.
Huh.
So there you go.
What if the driver never leaves you alone, though? You've got this person that's, hey, what's going on, guys? Hey.
Right. It's kind of coming off cool right now, but imagine it's just all these random times.
2 weeks, it's midnight. Hey, got some noodles.
Hey, your pool looks great.
Yeah.
Can I take a swim?
You see a gift, I see a potential problem.
All right, what do you think about this? We do a lot of dumb things. Sometimes we're little kids, other times we're drunk adults. What were these people? They've left us some audio here from the WRMF app. There's an audio feature where you can leave us a voice message we can play back. We always love when we get these submissions. Name something dumb you did. Our job is to guess were you a little kid or a drunk adult when you did it. What do you think about Tabitha? Here's what she had to say.
I walked into my parents' room and popped a squat and peed at the foot of their bed.
Oh my God. I pray you were a kid, because if you're an adult, you are up to no good.
That would be a tough one to explain to mom and dad.
I'm walking in with a little
as
kid.
an adult.
Yeah, little kid.
I don't know. Drunks like to urinate and sleepwalk, and I'm going drunk adult.
Going drunk adult. I'm going to go with Bird. I'll go little kid on this. Tabitha?
So I was a drunk adult. I was home for one of my siblings' weddings, and we got like completely tanked. And I guess I was sleep peeing, if that's a thing. And that wasn't until my dad sprung out of bed and yelled, "Missy, what the hell are you doing?" And I was also that day old when I learned my dad apparently sleeps naked. So yeah, a horrible experience all around.
Oh wow, that's a double whammy, huh?
Can't spell sleep without pee.
Yeah.
Can't get your dad dong out of your head.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Well, at least she was hammered. Maybe she won't remember. Okay, we got Jared on here with his little kid or drunk adult story.
I swallowed a live cockroach in front of a bunch of people.
That's a drunk adult.
Didn't a girl die doing that?
She wasn't it a cockroach eating contest?
Yeah, and the wing of the cockroach got lodged and killed her.
There's been a few, I think, with insects where they've taken a few people out.
They do?
Yeah.
You don't think much of insects, but boy, if they turned on us all.
I think you're a drunk adult trying to impress people.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Feels like a drunk adult here.
I was a really drunk adult. I threw a party at my place, and during the party, like a big cockroach darted across my kitchen floor, right?
Oh.
So my drunken logic said, let's just turn a embarrassing situation into an awesome situation. And I did something unexpected, and I threw the cockroach in my mouth, and I ate it, expecting to hear like applause or cheers. It just made the situation kind of worse. So it went from horrified to bewildered. It was horrible.
What did he just do?
What a terrible decision.
What is? I don't mind that cockroach. I'm going to eat it.
I support the fact that he went for it.
I do too. I do like that.
His intentions were good. Delivery was bad.
I've seen that happen, and I've experienced it where something embarrassing is going on, and you think, "Oh, I got to do a Hail Mary kind of a move," and it backfires on you.
Wow,
that's a rough one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, now you're known as the guy who you have roaches and then you eat them.
That's terrible.
So what do you think about Kyle? Was he a little kid or a drunk adult when he did this?
I farted and threw up at the same time while getting a haircut.
Whoa. Farted and threw up at the same time while getting a haircut. That's a wow. Well, that's a lot to do.
I'm going to say it's a little kid.
I'm going to go little kid too.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe the little kid had flu or something coming on.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize it.
I was a little kid. I had the flu, but my dad didn't care. He was a hard ass, rub some dirt on it. He still made me get my monthly haircut, even though I had 103 fever. Halfway through the haircut, started feeling horrible, and I threw up and let out a huge fart at the same time.
Oh, I probably want to fart.
Then my dad yelled at me for throwing up in front of everyone.
Oh, man. That's an old school dad.
Your dad has zero compassion.
I thought his dad one of those old school flat tops.
What was he, a drill sergeant?
Oh, man. Wow. Okay, well, there you go. Well, if you've got a great story like that, use the WRMF app. You can go in there and send audio right into our studio, leave a little bit of a space so we can stop the audio and guess if you're a little kid or a drunk adult. The holidays can get a little bit confusing, especially since they started coming out with all those DNA testing sites. You can go in there and find family members you didn't know about.
Yes,
So if you
so interesting.
Oh, just in case you thought that those holiday dinners used to be uncomfortable before, wait till you have people on there you had no idea you were related to.
And Merry Christmas, you have a secret brother.
Oh, yeah. So there's a lot of fun family bombshells get dropped every single year. A lot of it has to do with that genetic testing, and this one has to do with a kid who had a secret child they didn't let the family know about. The email said, it's just come to light that my older brother had fathered a child 5 years ago and kept it from all of us. Now, he's been in contact with his daughter and has seen her occasionally over the years, but didn't breathe a word of it to any of us. Our mother is really not coping well with the whole situation and is insisting on meeting the child. As it is her grandchild after all, my brother was shutting it down, though, and doesn't want any of us to meet or be a part of the kid's life. We're also confused and hurt. We want to be a part of the kid's life, so what can we do? That's crazy.
The brother needs to give you an explanation. Okay, if you don't want me to know my niece or you don't want me to know my grandchild, why? Mm-hmm. Is the mom crazy? Is the baby mama crazy? Or is he just trying to keep his little secret a little secret?
Yeah, I don't know that you can tell anybody in the family to do anything with their own child. Now, it's sad that, it's keeping the child from you and you're not getting to build a relationship with that child as somebody you're related to. But
Crap on that. If I was the grandma, I would figure out who the baby mama was and reach out to her and say, hey, I would love to have a relationship with you and my grandchild. I don't care what happened between you and my son. I just want to love on my grandbaby, and I'm going to be the sweetest thing to you. I want no drama. I come in peace and love.
I guess the only thing I can see a problem with is if somebody had a family that they thought was dysfunctional and maybe they're keeping a kid outside of that circle because they don't want the dysfunction of the family to rub off on their child, and they're like, don't contact the kid.
You were
There's a
born
barrier up for a reason.
There's the Manson family.
I don't know. He's putting a barrier up against everybody. So the grandma's bad, the aunts are all bad, the cousins are all bad.
It could be.
I don't know.
You don't know. I mean, I'm just saying there is a possibility to why he's doing this and then violating his wishes. Then would be like, look, I'm trying to keep you away from this kid so the kid doesn't wind up screwed up like I was.
These are valid questions, Kevin.
Okay. I don't know.
We need more details.
We do.
before
We're
we
going to
jump
make
down his
assumptions
throat.
anyway, give our opinions.
Yeah, but if you're looking at this dynamic, this is really tough to deal with. You can talk to them and say, hey, what are your apprehensions for us meeting and having a relationship with your child? Why would you do this to us? And find out. And if they're saying, I feel like you screwed me up, I don't want you screwing up my kid, that's why I'm keeping it away from you, I don't know that you have any options, if that's their answer, unfortunately.
That's heavy.
It is heavy. This is the time for heavy family situations in Virginia. You would think it'd just be all light and fuzzy. It's not always that way. But we'll do whatever we can. If you got any thoughts on that to try to help them out more than we are, 877-979-WRMF. And if you got some more information about why there is apprehension, I am curious to know that as well. Is it worthy of, the kid feeling that way or not? Mail at kvjshow.com is where you want to send your emails to the KVJ Show.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people are male. Ow!
Oh, we've been talking a lot about people jerking around with your lovely holiday decorations that you don't want people to mess with. We had an email about it last week, and now apparently there's been some tampering going on in Fort Myers. At least 5 homes have had their outdoor decorations tampered with.
Dang.
They're tired of it. Somebody's even caught on video tackling an Olaf blow-up.
Aw, that's not cool.
And then he stabbed Olaf and left a hole in him.
Oh, my gosh.
These Christmas savages, Virginia. At another home, they say a 15-foot Santa got slashed and there were reindeer figures destroyed in the neighborhood.
These sound like teenage idiots.
Yeah, it does.
But you know what I would do? Get in the tree. Get in the tree and then wait till you see him start to walk up to Olaf. And then jump down on him and beat the crap out of him.
I'm just going to say this, Kev. I've known Virginia for almost 18 years now. Never seen her get in a tree. Never seen her get in a single bush.
I was in a tree this weekend. I was hanging Christmas lights all the way up my tree. I got in a ladder and then I got up on the branches.
You got pictures?
Go look at my tree. There's no human possibility of me getting my arm up that high.
Whatever. You can fly up there.
Yeah, they say that the Lee County Sheriff's Office has also spotted a lot of other people in that same neighborhood having their decorations vandalized. So it's apparently a big issue in Fort Myers going on right now. There were 3 thieves that broke into an Altamont Springs, Florida shop last Monday and stole about $13,000 worth of wigs.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Wigs are expensive. Yeah, especially if they're real human hair.
Okay.
I bought some really good wigs one time.
Yeah.
For either a bit or for Halloween. They were not cheap, man.
Okay. Wow.
Stop. Like, you're hurting people. You're harming people mentally. And no telling what you're doing out there, but stop. Karma is definitely going to come around and around.
For us, $13,000 is a lot. That's a pretty big deal. So it hurt us financially, mentally. Our store is our livelihood. This is how we take care of our families.
So whoever stole that wig money and wigs, bring it back. Scrooge. Apparently, they got a cash register as well. So police are still looking out.
They
for
stole
him.
the cash register?
Yeah, they did.
They probably couldn't get it open and then just figured, all right, we'll take the whole thing.
Yeah, apparently they didn't get anything out of it. So
With my back, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
I know, right?
All right, guys. Sorry. Well, you guys win. I can't
Too
steal-
weak to rob.
Yeah.
You would be a horrible robber.
You wouldn't be good either because someone would say one thing and then you get lippy and you get into a fight and then the police would arrest your ass.
Crazy viral video broke out in Atlantic City. There were a bunch of suited up men at a real estate convention, and apparently there were some competing real estate places in there, and they get froggy and they throw down. They said it was a massive melee that broke out in this bar there in Atlantic City on a casino.
Oh, my.
Yeah, they said there were multiple people being thrown to the floor, punches were raining down inside. Women could be seen scrambling away as multiple security guards tried to step in. So they said it was insane. So if you go to one of those real estate conventions, you better bring the weapons. Get ready to throw down. They don't play, apparently. There's a cop in Arizona that got fired after he had two simultaneous scandals. One was engaging in a sexual relationship with a married worker, and the other was allowing his dog to have a sexual relationship with one of his canine coworkers from the department's canine unit.
What the hell?
Yeah. What? You got to clean up your house.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So he was being a whore, and so is his dog?
So is his dog.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather?
That's right.
He learned it from you.
That's right. A 74-year-old veteran in Green Bay, Wisconsin was sentenced to 5 years in prison for his 18th drunk driving conviction.
Oh, my.
Jeez, okay.
Shouldn't we have locked him up around, like, I don't know, offense number 2 or 3?
Yeah, after your second one or your third one, you don't get hardcore prison time.
It should be 3 strikes. You're out. You go to jail for a good stint if you can't stop yourself from drinking and driving.
Yeah, he's going to be locked up for a while. So, 5 years. But when he gets out, maybe get him some Uber credits.
That seems kind of low for
It
that many
does.
times.
For that many 18 convictions?
So he obviously lost his license, just kept driving drunk.
Yeah. That's
You can't
apparently
get
it.
your license back ever after.
No, you're done.
In fact, if you get 2 DUIs, do you get your license ever again?
I don't think you should.
I'm not sure how many it takes, but it's a state-by-state thing.
Okay.
Oh,
but
state
there
by
is
state.
a number where that X amount gets you.
I'm
never...
sure within a certain amount of time.
Maybe you'd have to look at Florida.
Economists are saying that the market prices of retired Lego sets have grown by at least 11% annually, which makes them more lucrative of an investment than gold.
You said Legos, right?
Legos, secondhand Legos are going up more than the price of gold right now.
Telling you, old vintage toys are through the roof. I was showing Virginia some of the stuff that I bought and how much it's gone up just in the last year and a half. It's insane.
He was showing me, and I stood up, and I nodded out while I was standing there.
I was showing her my 1983 Snake Eyes G.I. Joe figure.
I've never been so bored in my whole life.
She couldn't even act like she gave a crap.
I fell asleep standing up.
You would have thought I was listening to The Dirt. That's how bored she was.
And how about this? New eye drops are on the market that claim they can replace eyeglasses.
Wow.
For some of the 128 million Americans who have trouble seeing close up. It's called Vuity, and it's an eye drop that takes about 15 minutes to work, but the effect of sharper vision can supposedly last up to 10 hours.
Wow.
And the FDA approved the drops back in October.
That's kind of cool.
That is interesting. Vuity. That's what it is. Really sharpens up your focus. That's what they say, at least. And that is your whacked out news. 2 truths and a lie. We got a big old liar going to be coming in here. Is it going to be Jaybird? Is it going to be Denny's? Or is it going to be Suits? We're going to get 3 stories. 2 of them are true. 1 of them is not. Who's going to be our big old liar? All right, we're going to start off here with Denny's today. Denny's, what is your story?
So my story is at our school back in Orlando, my brother and I saw they opened up one of those time capsules where they dig a hole in the ground. They put a bunch of things from that era in it, and then you dig it up like 10 years later.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a cool thing. So me and my brother decided to do that when I lived in Orlando, and we buried a bunch of our stuff. I grabbed my dad's favorite pen, my mom's favorite earrings, and we buried a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Did you tell your dad and mom?
About a month later, my parents decided we're moving to Boynton Beach. So we pack up everything, and my dad's looking for stuff, and me and my brother know what happened. And my dad thought my mom packed it, and my mom thought he packed it. So it was kind of a chaotic time. Anyway, we move. We get to the new house.
Yeah.
And my parents are freaking out that we lost all this stuff, and they thought that the movers stole it and all this stuff. So me and my brother had to come clean and tell him that we put it in a time capsule so we could dig it up in 10 years. But it's at the old place.
Oh, man.
Did your parents try to go back and dig it up?
So fortunately, my uncle was the real estate agent at the time and had sold the house when my parents left to send him the money later. The night before the new family moved in, me, my father, and my brother had to go up to Orlando and dig up this time capsule and leave and then come back to Boynton Beach the night before the family moved in.
Funny.
Okay. That's a fun little story.
That's a great story.
Is it true? Jay Bird, what do you got for us here today?
Well, I've been kind of itching to get back into the pet world. And I've been talking a lot to even Virginia about it. I can sense that I'm getting there, but I'm not quite ready for a dog. I even kind of thought about a cat at one point. I'm not ready for that big of a responsibility.
Army of gerbils.
So it's funny you say that. I decided to go with a fish tank, and I bought a very, very expensive fish tank over the weekend from someone's house. So it's not like it's from a store, but I got a good deal on it. 175 gallons, and I got it for $1,500. And if you know anything about fish tanks, it's not a bad deal at all. Well, like a dumbass, on Saturday evening, I tried setting up the friggin' fish tank by myself. And the whole thing slipped off of my counter in my kitchen, and I destroyed the entire thing. And I can't get a refund because I bought it from someone's house. It's not like I went to a store.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm not only out of fish tank, I'm out $1,500.
Wow.
It sounds realistic.
Oh, that'd be tough. That would really make you sick, huh? $1,500 just out the window. Okay. Is that a true story or not? All right, Suits, what's your story you got for us here today?
So you guys know my parents got divorced when I was in like second grade, and we used to have shared custody. So we spent weekends in Miami with my dad all the time. And there was this restaurant we used to go to all the time on South Beach called Smith & Walensky's. It was a very nice steakhouse.
I know it well. It's at the south end of South Beach.
It is. It's right at South Point Park.
Oh, it's so nice, Kevin. It's on the water.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
Oh.
And, you know, my brother, of course, loved the food. I wouldn't eat any of it, but it was right at the exit of Port Miami. So I would just stand there with my camera and film cruise ships, and I would do like little TED Talks to people who would listen to me about cruise ships. I'd get like a crowd of people around me.
Okay, yeah.
So
see that.
That was my entertainment. They'd eat for 2 hours, and I'd watch cruise ships. Well, we're leaving the restaurant one night, and I will just talk to anybody who will listen to me about this because I'm like 8 years old. I'm all excited about it.
Yeah.
My dad's getting the car from the valet, and I'm talking to some random person who's waiting for the valet. I'm going off about just everything about cruise ships, and this person's humoring me because I'm a little kid. They get in their car and leave, and my dad walks over to me. He's like, "Do you know who you were just talking to?" I'm like, I have no idea. I had no clue I was talking to Gloria Estefan.
Oh.
I was chewing her ear off about cruise ships. She probably couldn't care less. I mean, I'm sure she has a very nice yacht. She doesn't need to go on Norwegian. But yes, I was chewing her ear off, and I had absolutely no idea I was talking to a celebrity.
How about that? Okay.
I think she probably was interested. You got the gift of gab, kid.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. What did you hear here, Virginia? Was there one of these stories that came off like an obvious lie? We got Denny's, who put some of his parents' stuff into a time capsule and buried it right before they moved. Jaybird, who just smashed a $1,500 aquarium that he cannot get a refund for.
175 gallon. That's a lot of glass.
Yeah, it is. Or Suits, who was talking cruise ships to Gloria Estefan when he was a kid.
Gosh, I mean, I want all of them to be true except Jaybird's.
I hear you.
I don't want that to be true.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to vote Jaybird.
Gotta vote
I'm a liar.
You're the liar.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm leaning on Jaybird as well, even though I think he might have been the liar last week. Are they going to do this 2 weeks in a row? Jaybird being the liar?
I think.
I was the liar last week.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't I?
You were, yeah. So it could be some mind games.
Is it Mind Games Pennington or is it Truthful Pennington?
That one seems to stand out the most. I don't know why Denny's, I'm totally blind, which means he's probably fooling me, but Suits, I could have seen it being a twist where it's kind of true. He loves seeing the cruise ships there, and would go there, but the fact that he was wrapping up Gloria Estefan, he may have just thrown that in.
True. That could be the lie part. Yeah.
As a lie just to throw you off.
We do like to add the truth with a little sprinkle of lie to kind of trick you.
We know your act.
Do you, though? That's the question. Do they, Susan?
So which one is the lie of the three? My first gut is saying Jaybird, but as I work it through, and maybe I shouldn't, I'm going with Suits. What do you think, Virginia?
Oh, your final vote is Suits.
Interesting.
I'm gonna leave it at Jaybird.
You're leaving it at Jaybird.
Yeah,
All right.
but I could see where I think Suits. There's the rational mind is saying that it is Suits, and the heart saying it's Jaybird.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Okay, go stick with Jaybird.
What are you going with?
I'm going Jaybird.
Okay.
But
all
it's tough for you.
But it's very tough. You guys all did good.
Okay.
Thank you, Virginia.
Well, people in the KVJ TV chat room think that Jaybird is the liar.
They do.
48% saying it's Bird.
They're saying my counter's not big enough. My counter is totally big enough for an aquarium. My kitchen counter?
Yeah, he's got a really big counter.
They're like, oh, this counter's too big. And I didn't try to lift it with water. I tried to lift it by myself, and I'd slipped.
Yeah. Slipped. Okay.
I'm just trying to answer some of the questions in the chat room.
Okay.
But is he trying too hard?
That's the question.
Yeah.
I got to talk to my team real quick.
Well, he was the liar last week. He's going to be the liar 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, a lot of people are leaning on Jaybird first. Then Suits. And then Dennis. So that's kind of flipped, but those are about the same. Jaybird is the runaway. Almost half the votes going to him, and then the other half is split between Denny's and Suits almost evenly. Okay. All right, Virginia, I'm saying Bird. You saying Bird?
I'm saying Bird, not with confidence.
Okay, not with confidence. Who is our liar here today?
Will the real liar please sit down? It's me. I'm sitting down.
Bird is the liar.
We tried to trick you. It's 2 weeks in a row where you and the audience got us. Maybe this bit's run its course. Maybe you guys got us.
Have you lost all your devious nature?
Oh, maybe it's just the end of the year and we're tired.
Someone said I can see them sitting around smoking some weed, trying to come up with these ideas over the weekend. Yep.
Nailed it.
Yep. And? Well, if you're having a rough Monday, I always love checking in with the FML website, F My Life. People posting in their own little struggles. In fact, our audience has now started texting in their own little personal FMLs.
Nice.
A couple we got, somebody said, I do payroll for a living and I accidentally overpaid a doctor $16,000 for 1 day of work.
Oh.
My boss already looks pissed and I haven't even told him yet.
Oh, man.
You ever have that where the boss looks like they're in a bad mood and you have really terrible news to tell them on top of it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
But you get that money back, right?
I don't think so, no.
Oh.
I think they're sending it away that they overpaid. And yeah, too bad, so sad.
Remember the time back at our old station where I went in on Thanksgiving Day and there was another worker there that was kind of running it, but I was putting in best of stuff for the show, and I still don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
And I deleted all of the commercials from the log, and she already
music and commercials.
You
right?
deleted everything.
She already was in a piss mood because she was there on Thanksgiving too, and I remember sitting there going.
She did all the work, and then you came right behind her and erased all of her hours of work.
Jennifer's office and tell her on Thanksgiving, and she was so cool about it, but I could tell it was lies
to your face.
Yes. Oh man, but the dread of going in that, it was such a long walk and it was only 10 feet away.
She's already home, spent all this time. Here comes the bird, erased it all.
She still to this day talks about how you ruined Thanksgiving.
She was still in the office working on stuff, and I had to go in there and say, Jennifer, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It was awful. It was awful. It was such a long walk.
Someone else texted in their own FML. He said, I got in and out of Michael's super quick, but walking to my car, I walked into the rear end of a woman's car while she was driving after she brake checked. I now have a bruise on my forehead.
Ooh.
That's tough.
That's rough.
Got to watch in those parking lots. You ever walk into a car?
No.
Okay.
Well, technically, the car kind of walked into me. If you.
Somebody else said, yes, today my drunken mother shouted at me at the top of her lungs, all men are effing a-holes, and your new husband is no different during our wedding reception.
Oh.
All he did was ask her how she liked the salmon.
Mom.
Okay. That's what happens when you got a drunk mom at your wedding.
Damn.
Somebody else said, my ex called and left a voicemail to ask me to pick up our kids because she'd scored a hot date and didn't have time, and then didn't answer the phone over the next 3 hours. I live 80 miles away, and I have no idea what school they even go to since they moved to a new city. How did a judge give her full custody? FML.
Wow, that's heavy.
Okay. People got some problems. Somebody said, today I accidentally adopted a dolphin for $125.
The player or the animal?
I think because the animal is probably one of those things where you adopt a dolphin and you don't actually get a dolphin.
Right.
You're at home. There's some kind of dolphin infomercial. You're drunk and it makes you sad. Like, oh, I'll send money to the dolphins.
They send you a certificate, but you never get to meet the dolphin.
It's the same dolphin sent to every person saying it's your own individual dolphin, and it's not.
You're not at all involved in this dolphin's life whatsoever.
Dolphin lies.
Yes.
Those are dolphin lies.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, today my brother sprayed the entire kitchen, including all the dishes, with industrial strength spray adhesive.
Why?
He thought it was a disinfectant. When I went to eat off a plate, I had to take 8 out of the cabinet. What a terrible problem. He glued all the plates together.
He glued everything.
Big dummy.
Together. Oh, if I'm the mama, I beat that child.
Oh my gosh. He's trying to help. Thanks. Plus, you don't clean dishes that way.
No, you're not supposed to put the disinfectant on the dishes, are you?
Oh, man. That sounds like a little kid drunk adult story right there. Somebody else hitting up the FML site. Today, I found out that my girlfriend talks crap about me to her mom when she comes over. When I sat on the couch, my parrot said, yeah, Brad needs to grow up.
I mean, you kind of assume your family's probably going to vent to your mom.
But if you want to know exactly what they're saying, get a parrot.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And somebody else put on the FML site, today my 1-year-old son threw up on the man sitting next to us on a plane.
Oh, crap.
I felt bad and apologized profusely. When I tried to give him money for dry cleaning, he barfed on me. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, what about anybody else on that plane? Oh, that's terrible.
Where's the video camera when you need it?
That would be something. All right. Well, if you're having a bad Monday, you need a little pick-me-up, just go check out the F My Life website. Oh, we did get an update from the person that texted in about the FML. They accidentally sent somebody $16,000 that they shouldn't have, a doctor that is working with their thing. They were able to debit the amount back from the account. So they got the $16K back.
Thank goodness.
Yes. Okay.
Could you imagine if that had to come out of your check?
That'd be tough. I mean, we've made some costly mistakes for our companies before, and I know other people have as well. It just makes you wonder, when you make a massive blunder, and some people have, they've ruined something or did something that cost their company tens of thousands, sometimes more than that.
We've done that. Our show has done that.
We did what? Your medical bills are what? $25K, I believe. I know I did a tweeting error that was $25K.
Yeah. We've also been sued from an event.
We've also lost money from an advertiser that we made very angry.
We lost a $100,000 account from a stunt we did.
That's right.
Because they pulled out of all. I mean, technically,
they came back before the 100, but
they pulled out.
They pulled out.
Right.
Originally, it was looking like they were going to lose the whole year. I don't think we lost the whole year, but we did lose a nice chunk.
I don't think we lost the year, but I do think we lost $100,000.
So we're cracking 6 figures in just what we've cost companies.
Yeah,
Luckily, it's been spread over a few.
The popcorn stunt alone, I think the popcorn stunt was in the $50,000 range.
Okay.
I was 2 nights in the emergency room.
Okay, so we're getting close to $200K then.
they did all kind of tests and stuff.
That's the more we talk about this. Wow.
Well, because I've heard from every.
How are we employed?
It's a wonder anybody would have us work for them.
Well, they were Clear Channel at the time, and I didn't realize I had 13 bosses from Clear Channel. I heard from everybody. People that I never even heard of.
Wow. Okay. So we got a pretty good little tally going here amongst all of us.
We do. And I think we're missing a few, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably are. Okay. One quick easy way to cost yourself a lot of money is dabble in Bitcoins. Another one of these crazy stories, this 35-year-old guy is trying to get a hard drive back that he chucked out that he now thinks has 7,500 Bitcoins on it.
Oh, boy.
Which would be worth more than $280 million.
Oh, my gosh.
And he was cleaning out his home in 2013 when he did this. So you're talking about 8 years. And now he's trying to get his local city council to allow him to go to the garbage dump because he believes that it is somewhere in that garbage dump.
How's he going to find it?
Yeah, 8 years of garbage.
8 years?
But it's $280 million.
That's a quest I think you would go on.
I would.
I would go on that quest.
I would, because you just have to go out there and see how big of a beast this is.
So he's wanting to do this project, but they're saying no because it's an environmental issue.
Dangerous.
There's funding concerns. Yeah, and I mean, if you're going back 8 years, I don't even know if you're at a dump, could you tell, yeah, this is garbage from 8 years ago, you need to start here, and how deep would that be?
And how do you know that all the crap around's not decomposing and ruining and all that stuff? I mean, how could you even go through any of that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. That's not I have heard of so many people losing so much money on Bitcoin. I can't even imagine. How would you go on?
Well, if you forget your passcode, you can't get your Bitcoin. How many times do I forget my passcode? Probably about 4 times a month. I forget my either Apple iTunes password or I'll be standing at the ATM and forget my code. And I've had the same code for a few years now. Like,
right.
You old?
If you can't remember your passcode, now you can't get your money?
That's the thing that is just kind of crazy about it to me, that it could be that easy to lose $280 million. I mean, what else do you have where you could easily lose $280 million? I mean, that's legitimately what the value is.
If you lost like Elon Musk or a beetle.
I would tattoo the code onto my skin somewhere so I would never lose it if I had that much money at stake.
Well, but then you would have an issue where what if somebody just hacks that part of your body off just to get your code if you got a lot of money behind it?
Put the code underneath a special rock in your yard only you know about, but make it big. But just make it only you know about it.
I tattoo it to the underside of Panda's testicles. Nobody goes under there but me.
Okay. That's a thought. I don't know. You might want to get his buy-in.
Yeah.
For $230 million, I feel like Panda would let me tattoo a pair of testicles on his face.
For that kind of money, you can honestly tattoo me anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Face tat, whatever.
I mean, you can with that kind of money, you can make anything work.
Do it. Give me the full-on Mike Tyson face tat.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like my tattoo? Oh, wow. I'm over here on my own island.
Yeah. Well, I just saw, too, they're going to make it in the state of Florida, hopefully soon. At least the governor is pushing for you being able to start purchasing things in cryptocurrency, and he's really pushing to make Florida a big old hub for cryptocurrency. And I think Miami really does already have a lot of it, so they want to be kind of the new global center for cryptocurrency. So if that's the case, how big a part of our lives is going to be cryptocurrency and soon, if they're trying to make Miami and South Florida an example for it globally?
Look, I'm not getting into it because I'm not smart about that kind of stuff, but I know it's like good and people that do it make a lot of money from it. I'm just not good with making money like that.
Okay.
I don't know financial stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're not good at a lot of things.
I know gossip, and that's about it.
Okay. At least you got that. They came up with a list from Wallet Hub on the most fun cities in America for 2021. They took a whole bunch of different things, like 65 key metrics that they put together to come up with their list across 3 different dimensions: entertainment and recreation, nightlife and parties, and costs.
Ooh, I like this.
So it was based on that criteria. So they looked at things like restaurants, amusement parks, sports venues, ice cream shops, marinas, hiking trails, beer gardens, pool halls, casinos, comedy clubs, dance clubs, fitness centers, and movie theaters. And here's where South Florida ranked in the most fun cities in America. Your best in the state is Orlando. They put it at 2 for entertainment and recreation and 2 for nightlife.
Orlando is fun.
Yeah, but I don't know how they did this poll, because they have got Orlando at number 2 for nightlife, and they've got Miami at number 4. There's no way you can say Orlando beats Miami for nightlife.
Maybe because they factored in price. Miami nightlife is kind of unattainable for your average person.
Keep in mind, too, Orlando's got theme parks there. For a lot of people, that's a big deal. Miami doesn't have that stuff. So you could argue.
That's why Orlando's there for entertainment and recreation at number 2. But to me, that's different than nightlife.
Totally. Miami is better nightlife, but you can't really get access to it if you don't have a wad of cash on you.
I don't know. There are a lot of people that like the nightlife in Orlando. I have a bunch of people who live up there that I know, and they say there's always fun stuff to do up in Orlando.
Yeah, but to me, I just can't imagine it being the same as Miami. I was talking to my daughter. She went out on Friday. She bailed out early and got home at 4 a.m. And her buddy went on and hung out at Space, and he finally shut it down at 10 a.m.
Oh,
how did she make the tree planting?
And then she was out planting trees with us at 8 a.m. I don't know. Oh, to be young.
That's pretty darn impressive, my friend.
Yeah.
She learned from her dad.
Yeah.
Back in your day, you'd do that too.
Oh, yeah. Kevin, no matter how much he partied the night before, ready to play the game the next day.
We would have people drop us off at the radio station at 5:30 a.m.
Oh, Kevin has told me stories when you guys first started doing the show, where you would get to the show real late from the night before and be thrown up during the break.
I'd just been at a bar an hour earlier.
Yeah, that's
time to do a radio show.
To me to think
Raging.
about that.
Yeah.
What would you guys talk about?
I don't even remember. I have no idea. I don't know how I did it.
Because you just get through it.
You just get through it.
Yeah, poor audience. Couldn't have been good. So they've got Orlando beating Miami in nightlife. They got Orlando at 2, Miami's at 4 for the most fun city in America. In between there, they got Vegas at 1. I won't argue that. Atlanta at 3. Atlanta is a fun city. I've started spending a lot more time there lately. I don't know if it's still better than Miami though. Because Miami, I guess and maybe what's not fair is I'm linking Miami with South Florida. And they kind of take Miami on their own because they got Fort Lauderdale at 15th. They've got Pembroke Pines at 137. Hialeah made the list at 143, and then even Port St. Lucie at 144.
See, Miami, you two like fancy stuff, fancier than your average person, and I feel like nightlife down in Miami is a little bit fancier. If you're a person that's not fancy like myself, Miami kind of, you're like, it ain't my thing.
You're fancy like Applebee's.
You guys are fancy like Applebee's. I'm not fancy. I'm very not fancy.
Okay.
I think that you're right because Miami is very expensive and unattainable for a lot of people that want to go out and party.
Your daughter's in that demo of wanting to go out and go to those high-end clubs and all that, but that's not your average person.
And she's still young enough to have guys pay for stuff.
Yeah.
The cute, hot girls can go out in Miami. They can go out in Orlando. They can go out in all these places and not have to pay.
But the thing I'll tell you about Orlando when it comes to nightlife, like my daughter, she hangs out at the Wharf a lot. You got one in Fort Lauderdale, you got one in Miami. Both of those places are awesome, outdoor, right on the water. Disney Springs has a few places, but I don't know if there's any place as good as the Wharf in Orlando that I've seen. And that's that's not so fancy. That's, regular people that go out. Just my own thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have Suze put up a poll if anybody still goes out. What city has better nightlife? Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or the Pizzle?
Look, I've had, out of all 4, I've had some of the best nights in the Pizzle.
Okay.
You've had blackout nights in the Pizzle.
That too.
Yeah, they have got Fort Lauderdale ranking number 1 for the most fitness centers per capita and the most accessible bars. Okay. That's not to me, if you had to say nightlife or recreation or accessible bars, I'm going accessible bars.
Me too.
Thank you, Fort Lauderdale. My kind of town.
Man. No,
yeah.
Man. Let me stay home.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm tired. We're talking about how Orlando finished ahead of Miami for nightlife in America. They were number 2. Miami is number 4. And we're saying legit. It's crazy. But I guess the deterrent could be the cash that it takes to go out in Miami, and somebody also too is talking about the rising crime. At least things are kind of a mess, I guess, on Miami Beach right now. I know they had a fight about closing the clubs down at 2 a.m. They want to still do it till 5. I think some of the clubs a little bit more in the city are still open late. It's just Miami Beach.
I also saw too that Miami was on the list of one of the cities that's getting that smash and grab done to it.
Oh, yeah.
You talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's happening in a lot of big
The
cities.
big cities, yeah. Miami was listed as one of them.
Okay.
Can you imagine you're in there working and they smash and grab your store?
Well, if you look at some of the videos, most people now just go like this. Well, nothing we can do about it.
I would go in the back. I would go in the
Yeah.
bathroom. I would just try to get away.
Yep. We're getting robbed. Harv, I'm going to go take a dump.
Harv's already in there taking a dump.
And if you get robbed like that, where you're just chilling, and all of a sudden 300 people come in, smash and grab, are you allowed to go home at that point after?
Then what else are you going to sell? Everything's gone.
You got to clean up now?
Yeah. Hey, my gig. Yeah, so crime has been an issue. In fact, starting tonight, the city of Miami Beach is introducing a new civilian volunteer patrol to help deter criminal activity and to improve the quality of life for residents through high visibility foot patrols.
Citizens on patrol?
Citizens on patrol.
That was part 4 of Police Academy, my favorite.
Was that the one that they had in Miami?
No, that was part 5, which was terrible. That was my Police Academy on my assignment in Miami Beach. Yeah,
Okay.
That was terrible. Part 4, though, Citizens on Patrol. Bobcat Goldthwait crushes it.
Okay. So they're doing a Police Academy movie now for real in Miami Beach?
I think they are.
Oh, boy, that's awesome. People in the chat room already predicting all the problems we're going to have on Miami Beach with the new Citizens on Patrol.
Citizens on Patrol.
Karen's on patrol.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I mean, can you imagine you deputize a Karen and then give her a flashlight?
It's the most insane
and a radio?
thing.
Oh, gosh. There's going to be so many more problems with that.
Well, you're giving somebody now the power to be a Karen who really thinks she's doing right.
Karen with a badge.
Oh, hells no.
I mean, they were that way before you deputized them.
Right.
And what are you going to do, too? Put down that gun. I'm a citizen. Stop it. Stop. Put down that cocaine and hacksaw.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
It's going to be entertaining to watch. I don't know what they're going to do. But
It's hard to balance when you're running with cocaine and a hacksaw.
It ain't
yeah,
easy.
yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy, you know, what is going on out there today. You know, you talk about the smash and grab crimes that have happened. And if you're somebody that works in a store, it's a weird thing because I think a lot of times they say, just let it go. Don't do anything. In fact, you can get fired if you intervene. I think in some instances, don't they even say, like, they don't want you calling cops and things like that? It's so,
What?
It's so bizarre what I've heard people in stores getting in trouble for. Something you think your boss would be like, hey, thanks for being vigilant and doing that and caring about it. Yeah, they get fired, and it's weird.
There's depending on where you're living, too, some people aren't really even getting in trouble for it.
Yeah.
If people are getting away, in fact, there was a video of a guy getting arrested laughing at the police, going, I'm going to be right back out doing the same thing.
So my question is, are there stores that are saying, hey, even if you see somebody shoplifting, don't do anything? Is that the case? And then what are people doing? And because, I mean, there's already a lot of creative ways that people have done shoplifting.
So if you work at a corporation like a Walmart, they're going to tell you, let them steal it. If you're a mom and pop place and someone's trying to break your stuff,
Let's get froggy.
people are going to defend their stuff because
Yeah.
they don't have to answer to anybody.
Right, exactly. Somebody texted in and they said, yeah, I was checking somebody out. They were trying to buy a suitcase. And I was like, okay, I just need to pull it up here to scan. I was like, oh, no, I'll do it for you. And they were just kind of like weird about it. I'm like, I just need to scan the tag on the suitcase so I can sell it to you. And they went to move it to them and they're like, this is oddly heavy. They unzipped it and it had all this stuff in it.
Whoa.
And the person just took off running.
You saw this?
No, somebody had texted in the story about it.
That's crazy. They thought they
Yeah.
were going to be sneaky.
Yeah.
Huh.
So can you imagine all the creative things you're seeing people doing right now trying to shoplift? Trying to get extra stuff during the holidays?
And some people know the stores where they can get away with bloody murder. I mean, you know, there's certain stores you can go away with. You can steal stuff and walk out, and there's not going to be much they can do about
Well,
it.
do me
Yeah.
a favor. Name them because all the shoplifters are sitting on the edge of their seat.
No, we all know shoplifting's wrong.
Yeah, Tiffany said, yeah, you're not allowed to accuse somebody of stealing in your store. If you think they have stolen, you have to nonchalantly try and convince them to put the item back.
What?
It's crazy, yeah.
So I think you have a TV in your pants. I think you should put it back.
Yeah.
Put that TV back.
A lot of these places are just, hey, that's not your job. You're not security. You're just supposed to ring people out when they try to pay.
Look, I'm not accusing you of stealing the TV that's in your pants. I'm just saying, I think you might want to put it back. I'm not accusing you.
Yeah. Somebody
What a
said,
dumb thing.
It's a 45-inch TV.
Right.
What a dumb rule.
somebody said when I worked at Dick's, we weren't allowed to chase the customers out. We had to see what car they got into and report the license plates because somebody got injured trying to do that in another state and they sued the company.
And if they're good enough of a thief, they're able to get in that car so where you don't get their license plate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess that's it. They don't want you being a hero. They just want you being the eyes, being the citizen on patrol.
Citizens on Patrol. From
Yeah.
that movie, there's a awesomely terrible rap song called Citizens on Patrol.
They need
Yeah.
to teach it to all the new Miami recruits.
This is such a bad idea.
All right, coming up, we got the After the Show podcast. More of your thoughts that you've emailed into us. You can check it out live on YouTube in just about 10 minutes or get it anytime you want on demand. It's also going to be on any podcast app that you use for the KVJ Show After the Show, including the WRMF app. Before we get to that, Bird, if you'd wrap us up with your thought for the day.
You may have to fight a battle more than once to win that thing. Yeah. Think about that.
Weight loss. I battle that every
See,
day.
okay, I'm reaching.
Oh, he's so right. He's so right.
Okay.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.